Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a sort of chit-chatty, get ready with me, talking about some of my favorite new products. First I'm going to apply the Kat Von D Lock-It Color Correcting Eyeshadow Primer in Fair. This is a great match for my skin tone, and basically it covers up any discoloration on your eyes, any redness, veins, because I have veins since I have pale skin. I'm going to mostly be using the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I love this palette for my pale skin. I think it looks great on my skin tone. I'm going to use the color Divinity as my base shade, and I'm using this Real Techniques angled brush to apply it. I'm going to use the color Almond Truffle with the Real Techniques base eyeshadow brush. And I'm basically putting this as a wash of color on my lid, my crease, my hood, whatever you want to call it, and then my lower lid. I'm going to use the color Bordeaux next, and this is the Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush. I'm basically sticking to the bottom of the crease and the outer lid, and then I'm going to go onto the lower lid. I'm going to blend using my Goss 6 brush. And here I am going back with the same brush, but I didn't add any more product to it, just sort of blending more. I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. It's an angled eyeliner brush to apply Bordeaux to the lower lid. I'm going to use the Makeup Geek Soft Dome brush and add a little bit of Earl Grey. And this is basically just right here in the outer area. I'm going to go back with my Goss 6 brush. I'm going back over that with a brush that has Almond Truffle on it. And now for the fun part, I am going to use this color right here, which is Makeup Geek Typhoon. It's a deep teal with gold and green reflex. And I'm just using an Eco Tools brush to put the color on. Now I'm going to use the Tarte Tarteus paint, and I'm going to put some liner at the upper lash line just to help define the eyes a little bit. And trying to do this without having a table to rest my arm on is surprisingly tricky. And I'm just going to drag a little bit of this through the outer lower lash line. And I'm going to go back with a little bit more Almond Truffle. And then I'm going back with the Goss 6 brush to blend. And I'm just blending in circles. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil to fill in my brows. Again, this is something I typically find easier to do if I'm sitting at a table at my vanity, rather than just kind of winging it up here. Try to make sure that I'm staying in the camera frame. When I tried to shoot this tutorial yesterday, my entire face was like out of the frame. You saw my forehead. I was like, oh, that's great. Totally screwed up my video. This is not good. Because when you're like a one-woman show, basically if you think you're in the frame and then you start applying makeup and you don't realize that you slowly sink down out of the frame, and you're like, oh, that's great. I ended up with an hour of video footage that's useless. And I was like, well, maybe I can salvage it. Nope. I'm going to use Glossier's Boy Brow in Black to further define the brows. And honestly, I usually just use this and skip the pencil, but I thought it would be helpful for the video just if my brows were a little more defined. I'm going to use Makeup Geek Sugar Rush which is a duochrome highlighter, with this Delium 716 brush. And I'm just trying to see it stay in the camera frame. And then I'm going back with the Goss brush to soften the edge of the highlight, just so that it doesn't look like, oh hey, there's no transition here. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. This is It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I don't normally use mascara because I have lash extensions, but I'm getting my lash extensions refilled on Sunday, and my lashes are looking a little puny. So I figured I'd add just a little bit of mascara. Hello there. So I'm gonna use my normal concealer, which is Urban Decay Fair Neutral, and I'm also going to use the color corrector, which is Fair Mint. I love this stuff. It actually works. You can see on my face I've got pink here, pink here, pink here, pink here, and no pink in my forehead today, or very little pink in my forehead today. Okay, so I am going to apply Fair Neutral where I have darkness that I want gone. All right, as you can see, I'm all dotted up. Look like I have like some cool tribal makeup on. Okay, so I just bounced my little tiny beauty blender all over my face to blend out the concealer, and now I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I'm going to use a mix of Born This Way and Snow with a drop of Manic Panic Dreamtone White and a drop of Paula's Choice Hyaluronic Acid Booster. I would love to be able to get away with wearing sheer foundation or no foundation, but because of the fact that I have rosacea and that I always end up like with pinkness creeping throughout the day, like I can wake up now thanks to the new skincare products that I'm using and have little to no redness in the morning, but as the day goes on, I just end up having pink happen. And I just mix those together in the back of my hand, and I'm gonna dot it on my face. So literally all I did was take my beauty blender and bounce it all over my face to blend in my foundation. I'm actually going to use the Cover FX Perfect Pencil, which is in extra light, to just further like cover up this stupid red dot right here on my forehead. It's clearly something I need to like get lasered off. I'm going to use Romilly Emphysbana to contour my cheeks. I'm going to be using the Makeup Geek Chisel Cheek Brush, and I like this color a lot. It's like a grayed mauve. The only thing that I don't like is that because it's a loose powder, it's really difficult to get it on my brush just right so that it doesn't overload the brush, but it's evenly distributed. So I pour a little bit into my lid, and then I kind of like tap the brush in, and then I tap the brush off, and then I put my hand here and put a little bit here so that I'm not just going in and gonna have like a crazy line. Anyway, once I have that on, I go in with a beauty blender and go over it. And hopefully you can kind of see, like I know you can see that it's all stripey at the moment, but you can kind of see how I blend it first with the brush and then go back with the beauty blender to blend it more. I feel like the beauty blender makes it easier to blend it in with the rest of my makeup. Okay, I don't really contour very much. I just like a little bit, and I don't even do it all the time, but I always highlight. I am gonna use Femme Fatale's Autumn Luck blush. It's a duochrome blush, and it also has the issue of being loose. So I'm taking my favorite stippling blush brush. This is by It Cosmetics, and I'm gonna put it on my cheeks. I've never been very comfortable with blush because of the fact that I have rosacea, so I always feel like, oh, I don't know that I should have color on my cheeks because I have so much redness already. I don't actually know if this is going to show up on camera because it's a light blush and I've applied it with a pretty light hand. I'll go back over it with my beauty blender. And now for my highlights. I'm going to use Notoriously Morbid Osteomancy, and this is my favorite part. Like whether I wear blush or contour or not, you know, whatever, but I have to have my highlight. And yes, I want people to be able to see my highlight from across the galaxy. And again, Beauty Blender. I didn't believe in the power of a beauty blender for years, and then I tried some, and I don't know why I tried all of the knockoffs, because I feel like it's so much better. I've tried the Sonia Kashuk, I've tried the Real Techniques, I've tried like the knockoff ones from Amazon. This is the best in my opinion. Oh, I do need to go back in and add the inner corner highlight to my eyes. And this is Sugar Rush, the same thing I used to highlight under the brows. Okay, so now that I have all of this on, I need to do my lips. And I'm gonna put on ColourPop Petit Four, which is like a deep blue gray. Now I'm gonna put on OCC Rhine. Okay, so after I applied Rhine, I blotted so that it would make the gold show up more, and it really is a close match for Typhoon, the color on my eyes. I personally love it. I think it's gorgeous. I understand that it's not for everyone. I'll have a couple other lip suggestions to go with this look that are not crazy and teal, if you are not into crazy and teal like I am, over at my blog to go with this video. I hope you enjoyed this sort of chit-chatty get ready with me. Please be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to my channel. I make new videos a couple times a week. Thanks so much for watching.